Hi everybody, 11 Institute welcomes all the students of Standard 10 to part 2 of subject Mathematics, chapter number 5, Arithmetic Progression. In the previous video lecture, we have discussed the theories related to this, and today we will start solving the sums given in our NCERT textbook. And let us start with example number 1. Fine. So for the AP, this is already an arithmetic progression. Write the first term A and common difference D. So it is quite easy. Let us write the solution over here. Yes. So first term is 3 upon 2. So we can write over here first term A is equal to 3 upon 2. And difference, right? Common difference D. So we can write D is equal to A2 minus A1. So we can write over here A2 minus A1. So what is A2? 1 upon 2 minus what is A1? 3 upon 2. Now when denominators are same, numerators can be solved or simplified. So we can write 1 minus 3 whole divided by 2. What is 1 minus 3? Minus 2. So this will be minus 2 divided by 2, which is minus 1. So here the value of D will be equal to minus 1. So this is our answer. Common difference is minus 1 and first term is 3 upon 2. Fine. Please pause the video and write this down in your CW. Alright, let's move ahead to example number 2. Yes. So let us read the question. What it is written over here. Which of the following list of numbers form an arithmetic progression? And if they form an arithmetic progression, write the next two terms. So here we have to check. This is a particular series. We have to check whether this series is an arithmetic progression or not. So common method to check is that the common difference should be same between any two terms. If I find the value of D between 10 and 4, I find the value of D between 16 and 10, and I find the value of D between 22 and 16, it should be same. If it is same, then it is an arithmetic progression. If it is not same, then it is not an arithmetic progression. Fine. So let us start with the solution. We shall start from here itself. Let us start with the first one, right? So for the first one, we have first term A is equal to 4. Then let us find the value of D. We can write D is equal to A2 minus A1. Now this will be 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. We have to again check. D is equal to A3 minus A2 means third term minus second term. So again I will get 16 minus 10. My answer will be 6. Let us try it once again. D is equal to A4 minus A3. What is the value of A4? 22. Minus what is the value of A3? 16. So 22 minus 16 will give us again 6. We can see the answer of D is same everywhere. So we can write here. The value of D remains same. So given series is an arithmetic progression. Given series is an arithmetic progression. Now we have to find the next two terms. Right, we have to find the next two terms. So let us find it. Right, I will find it over here. Next two terms. So here already we are having four terms, and now we will find the fifth term. So how do we get the value of fifth term? By adding common difference to the last term. What was the last term? 22. So I can write 22 over here, and then I will add 6 to that 22. So 22 plus 6 will give me 28. Then we will find sixth term. What it will be? It will be 28 plus 6. So 28 plus 6 will give us 34. So these are the next two terms. I hope this is quite clear to you. Fine. Please pause the video and write this down. Then we shall solve second, third and fourth also. Please write this much. Let us now see the next one, number 2. Fine. So now we will solve this second one. So again we will write the first term for it. What is the first term? A is equal to 1. Fine. Now we have to find the common difference between all the terms. So we will find common difference D. Right? Very sorry for the interruption. Fine. So now we will write common difference over here. So let us write common difference. Right. So D is equal to, see, second term minus first term. So we can write over here A2 minus A1. So the second term over here is minus 1. Now be careful with the negative sign. What is, see, this negative sign is already there, so I will put it over here. Now what is the value of A2? Minus 1. And what is the value of A1? It is 1. Now if you have to solve this, minus 1 gives us minus 2. In the same way we have to solve for the rest of the terms also. So let us try for them also. Again we will write D is equal to A3 minus A2. So what is the value of A3? It is minus 3. Then this is the minus, and A2 is equal to minus 1. Now be very much careful over here. This minus belongs to the formula. This is the value of A3. I will put brackets over here for clarification. Fine. Now we may solve this. So this will become minus 3 plus 1. Minus minus plus. And minus 3 plus 1 again gives us minus 2. I hope this is clear to you. Again let us find the value of D. And this time it will be A4 minus A3. So what is the value of A4? It is minus 5. Minus the value of A3 is minus 3. Minus minus will become plus. So this will become minus 5 plus 3. So this will become minus 2. So again we can see each and everywhere we get the value as minus 2. So we can write, therefore here the value of D remains constant. So given series is an arithmetic progression. Given series is an arithmetic progression. This is quite clear. Now we have to find more two terms. Let us find them. Right. So four terms are already given. Now we have to find the fifth term and the sixth term. So let us find the fifth term first. So I will put up the heading over here. Fifth term. How do you get the fifth term? Already I have the fourth term. I will write it over here, minus 5. and I will add the common difference to it. So what is the common difference? Minus 2. So minus 5 plus minus 2, plus minus will become minus. So this will become minus 5 minus 2. So ultimately we get minus 7. So this is our fifth term. One more term we will find after this. So we want to find the sixth term. So again I am having minus 7 and I will add common difference to it. So again I will get minus 7 minus 2. My answer will be minus 9. So minus 7 and minus 9 are the next terms of our arithmetic progression. I hope this is quite clear to you. So please pause the video and write this down in your CW. Alright, I hope you have written this. Let us now move ahead and check the third one. Fine, so let us discuss third one. So again, we will write the first term over here. Right, first term a is equal to minus 2. Now we will find the common difference between each and every term. So let us find common difference. So we can write d is equal to a2 minus a1. So a2 is 2 minus a1 is minus 2. So minus minus will become plus, and we get 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Now we will again apply the same formula, but for the third term and the second term, a3 minus a2. So what is the value of a3? It is minus 2. Minus what is the value of a2? It is 2. Fine. So again when you open this bracket, this will become minus 2 minus 2. So we get the answer minus 4. Now we need not to solve ahead, because here one time we are getting the answer 4 and another time we are getting the answer minus 4. So we shall clearly write that here the value of d is not constant. Therefore, given series is not an arithmetic progression. Very much simple. If a series is an arithmetic progression, then the difference will be same throughout. Here the difference is not same. One time it is 4, another time it is minus 4. So given series is not an arithmetic progression. Please pause the video and write this in your CW. So let us now see the fourth one. So we will first write over here the first term. We can write over here first term is equal to 1. Now we shall find the common difference. So let us now find the common difference. D is equal to second term minus first term. So we get 1 minus 1 0. Again we will find the value of d. So again third term minus second term. Again it is 1 minus 1 0. Again let us find the value of d. A4 minus A3. Now what is A4? Fourth term is 2 and third term is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. You can see here it is 0, here it is 0, but here it is 1. So value of d is not constant. So we can write over here, therefore value of d is not constant. Therefore we can write given series is not an arithmetic progression. Given series is not an arithmetic progression. Quite simple. Now we have done sums, that is fine, but each and everything is quite visible from here, right? You can just compare. You can find the answer directly. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 6 is 22. Difference is same. So this is an arithmetic progression. Then we can try over here. Right. 1, and from it I want minus 1. So 1 minus 2 will give me minus 1. Minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. Minus 3 minus 2 minus 5. So again we are having common difference over here. So this is also an arithmetic progression. But when I see over here, minus 2 plus 4, it will give me 2. Then 2 minus 4, it will give me minus 2. So one time it is plus 4, another time it is minus 4. So this will not be our answer. Similarly, this also cannot be our answer, because here the common difference is 0. Here common difference is 1. So this is again not an arithmetic progression. It is quite simple. You can just look and tell the answer. Fine. Please pause the video and write this fourth one in your CW. Alright, I hope you have written this. Let us now move ahead and start with exercise 5.1. Right. So let us read the question. In which of the following situations does the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression and why? So we are given some conditions over here. We have to check whether these conditions forms an arithmetic progression or not. So let us try the first one. What is written over here? The taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. એટલે આપણે ફરી પાછા આપણા એક્ઝામ્પલ ઉપર આવી જઈએ કે તમે ગોંડલ ચોકડીએ મસ્ત મજાની એક ટેક્સી બંધાવીને ઊભા છો. ગોંડલ ચોકડીથી તમારી ગાડી ચાલુ થઈને રાજકોટ તરફ જશે અને તમારી ગાડીની અંદર કિલોમીટર ચડશે. તો પેલા કિલોમીટરના ઓલા ભાઈ તમારી પાસેથી 15 રૂપીસ લેશે અને એના પછી તમે જેટલા બી કિલોમીટર ચલાવો દરેક કિલોમીટરના કેટલા રૂપિયા લેશે એ ભાઈ 8 રૂપિયા લેશે. હવે સોલ્યુશન આપણે લખીએ છીએ બટ આન્સર ફિક્સ છે કે this condition forms an arithmetic progression. This condition forms an arithmetic progression. Why? For each kilometer 8 will be added over here. Fine. So for each kilometer the common difference will be 8, which will be added each and every time. દર વખતે 8 તો add થવાનો જ છે, which will be our common difference, which is constant. Still, let us write the solution. So we will write over here fare for first term. Sorry, for first kilometer actually. Fare for first kilometer is equal to 15 rupees. Now this 15 rupees is our first term A. Now we will find fare for second kilometer. So it will be 15 plus 8 rupees. It will give us 23. Then we will find fare for third kilometer. So it will be 23 plus 8. So 23 plus 8 will give us 31. So this will run throughout. Right. After 15 we get 23, we get 31. So what is our series? Our series will be like this. Our first term is 15. Then we get 23. Then we get 31. Then again plus 8 we will get 39. And this will continue. So this definitely forms an AP. Why? Because here we can write here the value of common difference D is constant. Is constant. What is the value of D over here? 8. Therefore, given condition forms an arithmetic progression. Fine. Very much clear. Please pause the video and write this down in your CW. Alright, I hope you have written this. Let us now move ahead to the second question. Right, so now let us start with the second one. Yes. The amount of air present in cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. right? Does this form an arithmetic progression? The answer is clearly no. The answer is no. Now why? We will first have some understanding regarding this. આરામથી પેલા સમજી લ્યો. બરાબર છે. સપોઝ આપણે એ જ સિલિન્ડરને અહીંયા નાનકડા આમથા શેપથી રિપ્રેઝેન્ટ કરીએ. That suppose this is a cylinder અને એને હું સપોઝ અત્યારે 4 ઇક્વલ પાર્ટ્સમાં ડિવાઈડ કરી દઉં. 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are 4 equal parts. Now the amount of air present in the cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air. So હવે આના 4 ઇક્વલ પાર્ટ કરો અને આ 1/4 નીકળી જાય તો પાછળ આટલું વધશે, રાઈટ? હવે આની અંદરથી વળી પાછું 1/4 કાઢો તો આનું 1/4 અને આનું 1/4 અલગ થશે ને. સપોઝ હું એમ કહું કે ભાઈ આની અંદર 120 ml કન્ટેન્ટ હતો. હવે 120 ml માંથી 1/4 તો રિમૂવ થઈ ગયું. 1/4 રિમૂવ થઈ ગયું તો 3/4 વધ્યું. તો 120 into 3/4 તો 4 30,000 તો 33,000 આવડું આજે મારી પાસે વધશે. કેટલું વધશે? 90 ml. 90 ml માંથી વળી પાછું 1/4 રિમૂવ થશે તો પાછળ મારી પાસે વધશે કેટલું? 90 into 3/4. બરાબર ને? 4 અગેન અહીંયા ડિવાઈડ થશે. 4 કેટલા ડિવાઈડ થશે? 22.5000. તો 22.5 into 3 આપણે કરશું તો આપણી પાસે આન્સર આવી જશે 67.5. તો નેક્સ્ટ જે અહીંયા મારી પાસે આવશે that will be how much? That will be 67.5 ml. Now do you think gap between these both and these both is same? No. અહીંયા કેટલો ગેપ છે? 30 નો, -30 નો. અહીંયા કેટલો ગેપ છે? એટલો નથી ડેફિનેટલી. -22.5 નો ગેપ છે. ફાઇન. સમજાય છે વાર્તા? દર વખતે હું 1/4 રિમૂવ કરું. વાત સાચી છે સર, દર વખતે 1/4 જ રિમૂવ થાય છે ને. બટ આનું 1/4 અને આનું 1/4 અલગ અલગ હોય ને. તમે 120 નું 1/4 કાઢો તો એ ક્વોન્ટિટી અલગ છે અને 90 ml નું 1/4 કાઢો તો એ ક્વોન્ટિટી અલગ છે. બહુ સીધી વસ્તુ છે. બરાબર ને? I hope this is quite clear to you. This example is clear to you. Now let us write this. First we will remove this. Yes. And now we shall write, we have to make some assumptions. So we are writing the second answer and we will first write over here, let the amount of air present in cylinder is equal to X. Amount of air present in cylinder is equal to X. Fine. So what is the amount of air removed at the first step? So after the each time, first time, let us put the heading over here. First time, not here. We'll put the heading over here, suppose. Yes. Air is removed first time, right? Air is removed first time. So now we can write over here amount of air removed કેટલું છે? 1/4. તો x air હોય તો કેટલું રિમૂવ થઈ જશે? x/4. So now we shall write over here amount of air remaining. Amount of air remaining. So that will become 3x/4. બહુ ક્લિયર છે ને? ટોટલ એર તમારી પાસે કેટલી હતી? h હતી. એમાંથી તમે x/4 તો રિમૂવ કરી નાખી. તો 4 into x is 4x minus x divided by 4. So that will give us 3x/4. આટલી એર રિમૂવ થાય તો આટલી એર અંદર હજી હશે. I hope this is quite clear to you. હજી એકવાર આપણે જોઈએ what happens after removal of air for one more time. right? Now again we'll put a heading over here and we will write air is removed for second time, right? હવે આ વખતે એવડી બધી કોમ્પ્લિકેશન થશે નહીં. જો when amount of air was h, the amount of remaining air કેટલું થઈ ગયું? 3/4 times h. દર વખતે 1/4 કાઢશું તો 3/4 વધશે જેટલું હોય એનું. હવે અત્યારે મારી પાસે કેટલી એર છે? 3/4h ઓલરેડી છે. તો 3/4h ને ફરી પાછું આપણે કોનાથી મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરશું? 3/4 થી જ મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરશું ને. I hope this is clear to you. પાછું સમજાવું થોડું કલરફુલ મેનર ની અંદર. See, for the first time, what was the amount of air that we had? H. Now we are removing 1/4. So what will remain is 3/4, but 3/4 કોનું? H નું. તો H તો અહીંયા છે જ. But હવે H નથી. કેટલું થઈ ગયું? 3/4 times H. પેલા આટલી એર હતી, હવે આટલી વધી. તો h ની આગળ શું લાદી ગયું? 3/4 લાદી ગયું ને. સમજાય છે? હવે અત્યારે સેકન્ડ ટાઈમ મારી પાસે અત્યારે ઓલરેડી કેટલી એર પ્રેઝન્ટ છે? આટલી એર મારી પાસે પ્રેઝન્ટ છે. હવે આટલી એર મારી પાસે પ્રેઝન્ટ છે એમાંથી હું 1/4 તો પાછી રિમૂવ કરી લઈશ. તો જે હતી એની વરી પાછી 3/4 મારી પાસે વધશે ને. સમજાય છે? જેમ દર વખતે 1/4 રિમૂવ થાય છે એમ દર વખતે 3/4 વધે છે. તો આપણે દર વખતે 3/4 મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરવું પડશે. સો હિયર વી વિલ રાઇટ નાઉ amount of air remaining is equal to 3/4 times of what? Of the amount of air that was already present. How much air was already present? 3h/4 was present. સમજાય છે વાર્તા ભાઈ? h હતી એમાંથી 3/4h થઈ ગઈ. એવી જ રીતના 3h/4 હતી વરી પાછું શું થઈ ગયું? મલ્ટીપ્લાય બાય 3/4. સમજાય છે તમને આ વાર્તા? ઓકે. સો આ આપણી પાસે શું આવી જશે આન્સર? 3 3s are 9h/16. Or we can also write it as 3/4 the whole square multiplied by x, right? હવે આ આપણા કામનું નથી. તો એક વસ્તુ આપણને ખબર પડી ગઈ, દર વખતે 3/4 મલ્ટીપ્લાય થવાનું છે. અહીંયા 3/4 એકવાર મલ્ટીપ્લાય થયું, અહીંયા બીજી વાર મલ્ટીપ્લાય થયું તો સ્ક્વેર થઈ ગયું, ફરી પાછું ત્રીજી વાર મલ્ટીપ્લાય થશે. તો આપણી સિરીઝ કંઈક આવી લાગશે હવે, રાઈટ? આપણી સિરીઝ કેવી લાગશે? ભાઈ સૌથી પહેલા તો મારી પાસે શું હતું? x. પછી એમાંથી શું થઈ ગયું મારી પાસે? 3/4 times x. પછી મારી પાસે શું થઈ જાય છે? 3/4 નો સ્ક્વેર મલ્ટીપ્લાઈડ બાય x. પછી મારી પાસે શું થઈ જશે? 3/4 નો ક્યુબ multiplied by x, and this will continue. Now what do you think? The difference between them is same? No. આમાંથી આવડું આ માઈનસ કરીશ તો 3/4 આવશે, બટ આમાંથી આવડું આ માઈનસ કરીશ તો 3/4 આવવાનું નથી. So we can write here value of d is not constant. Therefore, given condition does not form an arithmetic progression. Right? તમે આ બંનેને માઇનસ કરશો તો દર વખતે સેમ ડિફરન્સ વધતો નથી, અલગ અલગ ડિફરન્સ વધે છે, જેનો આપણે પ્રેક્ટિકલ એક્ઝામ્પલ જોયેલો છે. ફાઇન, ડોન્ટ બી કન્ફ્યુઝડ વિથ ધીસ. સિમ્પલી એક એક્ઝામ્પલ લઈ લેજો તો તમારી પાસે અત્યારે 120 ml છે. દર વખતે 120 ને તમે 3/4 3/4 3/4 સાથે મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરતા જજો. તમે જોશો તો ભાઈ બધાની વચ્ચે ડિફરન્સ કોમન રહેતો નથી. બહુ સીધી વસ્તુ છે, રાઈટ? પ્લીઝ પોઝ ધ વિડિયો એન્ડ રાઇટ ધીસ ડાઉન ઇન યોર CW. All right, I hope you have written this. Let us now move ahead. and see the third one? Yes, so let us start with the third one. The cost of digging a well after every meter of digging, when it costs rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by rupees 50 for each subsequent meter. વાંચવાથી જ ખબર પડી જાય છે that this is an arithmetic progression. પહેલા માટે 150, પછી એક મીટરના 50 રૂપિયા, વળી પાછા બીજા મીટરના બીજા 50, ત્રીજા મીટરના ત્રીજા 50. તો દર વખતે 50 એડ થવાનું છે. This will definitely form an AP, but let us solve this. Right, તો અહીંયા આપણે શું લખી નાખીએ? By first term is equal to A is equal to, હવે આપણે શું લખશું? Cost for digging the first meter. Cost for digging first meter. Very sorry for the interruption. Yes, first meter. How much it is? 150 rupees. Now second term, right? What will be our second term? Is equal to cost for digging 2 meters, right? Not for second meter. Cost for digging total 2 meters. So 150 for the first meter and plus 50 for the second meter. The answer is 250 rupees. Then we will write the third term over here. Cost for digging 3 meters. So again 250, it was already there, plus more 50, so we get 300 rupees over here. So this will continue. What is the series that we obtain? 150. Then we get, sorry, I am mistaken over here, it is 200 over here. Sorry for the mistake, just a minute. Yes, so here we have 200 rupees. See, this is the problem with online teaching. We teachers really miss you students. આમ ક્લાસમાં આવું બને તો આમ મને આવડ નો વધવા દીધો. સર જો અહીંયા ક્યાં નિંદરમાં છો તમે? હા, આવું કંઈક થાય તો મજા આવે. જલ્દી હવે ગો કોરોના બો થઈ જાય તો સારી વાત છે. Right, so here we get 200 plus 50. So we get 250 over here. 150 plus 50, 200. 200 plus 50 will give us 250. So 150, then we get 200, then we get 250, then we get 300, and this will move continuously. So here we can write here the value of D remains constant. Therefore, given condition forms an arithmetic progression. Given condition forms an arithmetic progression. Please pause the video and write this down. Alright, I hope you have written this. Let us now move to the fourth question. Yes. So what is written over here is the amount of money in the account every year when rupees 10,000 is deposited at the compound interest at 8% per annum. Now for solving this, we first need to write the formula of compound interest, right? Amount for compound interest. So here we can write, you very well know this formula, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 whole raised to N, or sometimes some people write over here T also. Now For the first year we have 10,000 deposited, and after it we have to count every year. So we can write over here first term is equal to A is equal to amount at the end of first year. So what will be the amount at the end of first year? This is the formula. So we will write over here the formula is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 whole raised to N. Now what is the principal? It is 10,000 into 1 plus what is rate of interest R? 8 upon 100 whole raised to what is N? For the first year it will be 1, for the second year it will be 2, for the third year it will be 3. Now let us write this. So what this will become? 10,000 into 1 plus 8 upon 100 will give us 0.08 whole raised to 1. So our answer will be 10,000 into 1.08 whole raised to 1. We need not to multiply this. This is our first term. Right. Now in the same way we can write second term and third term and fourth term also. Right. So we can now write over here suppose second term. So again everything will remain same. Here we have 10,000 multiplied by 1.08, but instead of raised to 1 we will write raised to 2, because for 2 years here it will be 2, everything else will remain same. For the third term we can write 10,000 multiplied by 1.08 whole raised to 3. Fine. Now when I check the series, what will be our series? It will be 10,000 into 1.08 whole raised to 1, then 10,000 into 1.08 whole raised to 2, then 10,000 into 1.08 whole raised to 3, and this will continue. What do you think? Is it an arithmetic progression? No, not at all. If you subtract this from this and you subtract this from this, the answer will not be same. The answers will be different. So again we can write over here the value of D is not constant. Therefore, given condition does not form an arithmetic progression. Given condition does not form an arithmetic progression. Now this is very much simple to understand. See, તમારી પાસે 10,000 રૂપિયા છે, right? એની અંદર 8% તમને રેટ ઓફ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ મળે, બરાબર ને? તો 10,000 ના 8% એટલે 800 રૂપિયા થયા. તો 10,000 તો હતા, એ 10,000 હવે કેટલા થઈ જશે? 10,000 ને 800 થઈ જશે નેક્સ્ટ યર. હવે 10,800 તમારી પાસે છે, એની ઉપર ફરી પાછું 8% રેટ ઓફ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ મળશે. કેટલું રેટ ઓફ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ મળશે તમને? 8%, રાઈટ? તો 10,800 ના 8% આપણે ફાઇન્ડ કરીએ તો એ બની જશે 864 રૂપીસ. તો આની અંદર તમે બીજા 864 રૂપીસ પ્લસ કરો, રાઈટ? તો 4,661,11664. so this will be your next term. તો આ બંનેની વચ્ચે કેટલો ગેપ છે? 800 નો, રાઈટ? અને આ બંનેની વચ્ચે કેટલો ગેપ છે? 864 નો. you can see the gap is not same. પહેલા તમારો પ્રિન્સિપલ આટલો હતો, હવે આટલો છે, હવે આટલો છે. the gap is not same. સમજાય છે? એ આપણે અહીંયા કોમન લેંગ્વેજમાં લખેલું છે. this again does not form an arithmetic progression. this is example. આ લખવાની જરૂર નથી, આટલું લખી લ્યો એટલે આપણું કામ ચાલશે. પહેલા આ અને આ લખાઈ જાય પછી અહીંયા. please pause the video and write this down in your CW. all right, I hope you have written this. Let us now move ahead to the next question of exercise 5.1 number 2. Right? Write the first 4 terms of arithmetic progression when the first term A and common difference D are given as follows. Right? First term and common difference are given to us. We have to just write the first 4 terms. So this is very much easy for us. We will write the first one. So for the first question, we have been given that A is equal to 10 and D is also equal to 10. So this will be our arithmetic progression. We can write over here 10, then 10 plus 10 will give me 20, then 20 plus 10 will give me 30, then 30 plus 10 will give me 40 and so on. આ તો મજા આવે બરાબર ને આમાં કંઈ ફોર્મ્યુલા જેવું બહુ અપ્લાય કરવાની જરૂર નથી અને આવો ક્વેશ્ચન એક્ઝામમાં પૂછાવાના ચાન્સીસ બી નથી રાઈટ then we will have A is equal to -2 and D is equal to 0. તો એરિથમેટિક પ્રોગ્રેશનની અંદર ફર્સ્ટ ટર્મ તો -2 હશે જ. -2 માં 0 પ્લસ કરો તો ફરી પાછો -2 આવશે, ફરી પાછો 0 પ્લસ કરો ફરી પાછો -2 આવશે, ફરી પાછો 0 પ્લસ કરો ફરી પાછો -2 આવશે and this will go on. બરાબર, because common difference is 0. The term gets repeated each and every time, જેનો કોઈ meaning નથી. Now let us try the third one. A is equal to 4, D is equal to -3. So we can write over here A is equal to 4, D is equal to -3. Now let us write the arithmetic progression over here. The first term is 4. 4 minus 3 will give us 1. 1 minus 3 will give us -2. -2 minus 3 will give us -5. And this will then continue. I hope this is clear to you. Right, 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus 3 is -2. -2 minus 3 is -5. Just add the common difference. That's it. Let us check the fourth one. A is equal to -1. And હવે થોડી smartness આવી જોઈએ. D is equal to 1/2. But we will write over here D is equal to 0.5. કેવી મજા આવશે ને? સમજાય છે? Okay, now we will write arithmetic progression over here. First term -1 છે, એમાં તમે 0.5 પ્લસ કરી દો તો -0.5 મળશે, ફરી પાછા 0.5 પ્લસ કરો તો 0 મળશે, ફરી પાછા 0.5 પ્લસ કરો તો 0.5 મળશે. બરાબર છે. હવે આને વધારે સારા ફોર્મેટમાં લખવું છે તો this can be written as -1 1/2 0 +1/2. બધાની વચ્ચે 0.5 નો ગેપ છે. સરસ, સમજાણું નહીં, સમજાવું. આ પહેલી ટર્મ, એમાં 0.5 પ્લસ કરો તો 0.5 માંથી 1 જાય તો અહીંયા -0.5 વધશે, ફરી પાછું -0.5, એની અંદર 0.5 પ્લસ કરો તો માઇનસ પ્લસ કેન્સલ થઈને અહીંયા 0 વધશે અને 0 પ્લસ 0.5 તો એ તો 0.5 જ થશે ને, એમાં તો કોઈ ડાઉટ હોવો જોઈએ નહીં. ક્લિયર છે? ઓકે, નાઉ લેટ અસ ટ્રાય ધ ફિફ્થ વન. Yes. So fifth one, we are having first term is equal to -1.25 and common difference D is equal to -0.25. -0.25. So now we can write the arithmetic progression over here. સૌથી પહેલા મારી પાસે -1.25 છે. હવે અહીંયા સમજો, આની અંદર આવડું એડ થશે, આવડું શું થશે? એડ થશે. તો પ્લસ માઇનસ માઇનસ થશે, તો -1.25 -0.25 it will be -1.5. સમજાય છે? તો અહીંયા મારી પાસે શું આવી જશે? -1.5. એ જ રીતના વળી પાછું અહીંયા મારી પાસે -1.5 હોય અને આ પ્લસ માઇનસ -0.25 થઈ જાય તો પ્લસ માઇનસ માઇનસ થઈ જશે. This will become -1.75. તો અહીંયા આવી જશે -1.75. ફરી પાછું અહીંયા આવી જશે -2 and this will go on. You can see બધાની વચ્ચે -0.25 નો ગેપ છે. I hope this is quite clear to you. આમાં કોઈ ડાઉટ હોવો જોઈએ નહીં. તો 5/5 complete છે. Please pause the video and write this down in your CW. Very simple, least chances of being asked in the exam. Please pause the video and write this down. Alright, I hope you have written this. Let us now move to the next question. Yes. For the following arithmetic progressions, write the first term and common difference. એટલે આ બધા arithmetic progression છે જ. આપણે ખાલી first term અને common difference લખવાનો છે. So let us start with the first one. राइट फर्स्ट टर्म શું છે પહેલામાં 3 જે સૌથી પહેલું દેખાય છે અને કોમન ડિફરન્સ એટલે સેકન્ડ ટર્મ માઈનસ ફર્સ્ટ ટર્મ. What is second term over here? 1 minus what is first term? 3. So 1 minus 3 will give us minus 2. So this is our answer. Very simple. Let us move with the second one. Again I will write first term is equal to minus 5. And what is common difference? Second term minus first term. What is second term? It is minus 1. પછી આ જે માઇનસ હવે લખું છું એ ફોર્મ્યુલાનો માઇનસ છે અને એના પછી ફરી પાછો જે આપણે a1 લખીએ છીએ that is our first term, so that is again minus 5. Fine. So minus minus શું બની જશે plus 5 minus 1 will give me 4. So here the answer of D will be equal to 4. Clear? I hope you don't have any doubts in this. Fine, let us start with the third one. First term is 1 upon 3. Right, now we will find the difference. So difference is again second term minus first term. અહીં આપણે ચેક કરવાની જરૂર નથી, arithmetic progression છે જ, find કરવાનું છે. What is second term? 5 upon 3. What is first term? 1 upon 3. When denominators are same, numerator can be simplified. So 5 minus 1 will give me 4. So D will become 4 upon 3. Clear? Now we will see the fourth one. થોડુંક બધાને આમ ક્લાસ યાદ આવ્યો છે ને આ હા આમ લખે છે સરના ખરાબ હેન્ડરાઇટિંગ ઘણા દિવસે જોવા મળ્યા છે આપણને. હા કાંઈ વાંધો નહીં. ચલો again first term is 0.6 for the fourth one and common difference is a2 minus a1. What is a2? 1.7 minus what is a1? 0.6. 1.7 minus 0.6. What do we get over here? 1.1. Right, so you can see 1.1 is added each and every sign. So D is equal to 1.1. Very simple question. Please pause the video and write this down in your CW. Alright, I hope you have written this. Let us now move ahead and see the fourth question. Now this is repetition, clear cut repetition of what we have seen in example number 1. What you have to do? Which of the following are APs? Which of the following are APs? If they form an AP, find the common difference D. ये तो find करશું જ and write 3 more terms. આપણે આજે જ આવો સમ કરેલો છે એમાં we were finding 2 more terms. So what you have to do? You have to find D. બરાબર ને? કેવી રીતના D find કરશું? આવી રીતના D find કરશું. D is equal to A2 minus A1. D is also equal to A3 minus A2. D is also equal to A4 minus A3. 4 term છે. તો 3 વાર તમને D મળશે. If the value of D all the 3 times is same, then it is AP. If it is different, then it is not an arithmetic progression. હવે જો arithmetic progression હોય તો હજી બીજી 3 ટર્મ આપણે ગોતીને આપવાની difference plus તરીને. This is exactly same. Right, so this is homework for you. This homework you have to try in CW. Rough book માં કરવાની જરૂર નથી. Right, you have to try this in CW. Right, 1 to 8 અને આના સિવાય હજી થોડુંક છે. This one also. Very sorry, blackboard જ ઉપડી ગયું ભાઈ આ તો આખું. હા હવે જગ્યાએ આવી ગયું પાછું. શાબાશ. Fine. So these questions also up to 15 also you have to try in your CW. Fine. These also you have to try in CW. જે ન થાય એને કોઈ ઇશ્યુ નથી. થોડા કોમ્પ્લેક્સ નંબર્સ અહીંયા દેખાય છે, બટ બુદ્ધિ વાપરજો. Try it. Else, we will see the doubts in tomorrow's video lecture first, and then we shall proceed in the chapter ahead. So here we end our video lecture. We will now meet again in part 3. Till then, take very good care of yourselves and keep your CWs complete. I am doing the random checking on my side. Fine. Thank you very much for listening. Take very good care of yourself. Goodbye. And then we